Alright, let's freaking go. Let's do this. It's been a while. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody's been having good days. I know it's been some time since I streamed. That'll happen. It's been some time since I painted minis, frankly, and that'll happen. But I'm just letting people know that I am streaming so they can join in if they want. This nice early Sunday morning, getting some hobby in, seeing what you guys have been up to. I hope that you all, any Americans, had a nice 4th of July. Ate a bunch of hot dogs, as we should. Again, I'm just taking some time to let people know that I'm streaming, which is cool and fun. We're all gonna have a good time. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Josh. You were first and you had 2 hot dogs. Excellent. We love to see it. We absolutely love to see it. Ooh, and smoked pulled pork. Hell yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Forbidden Psalm's cool. You can paint your terrain. I can paint some minis. I still haven't finished this caterpillar guy, so I'm probably gonna work on him because I'd really like to finish this one. So that's what I think I'll be doing today. I have plenty of miniatures that I could work on. Actually, I think it does a little bit better on a paint pot. See if it wants to stick to the poster putty. But yeah, some stuff needs a second base coat, and then we'll go from there. I think that's just kind of where we'll start and see where it goes. I've got water. I've got you guys with me. What could go wrong? A lot, probably, but we're not going to dwell on that. But yeah, I feel like it's been forever since I talked and did a stream, so I'm happy to be streaming today. I've seen some movies. I've watched some shows since we last talked. I definitely did the sort of Obsession and Backrooms double feature that people had been raving about those movies being good. And yeah, man, it's pretty sick to see indie horror having a moment. I'm happy about it. I don't know that this is the same yellow that I used before. It looks brighter in a way that I don't like, which means I probably use that yellow. That's what happens when you abandon your painting desk for too long. You can't remember what colors you used. There we go. Yeah, both intense movies. I didn't like Backrooms as much. I just kind of thought it was a bit how do I put this? It like didn't trust its audience to get the point. So it over-explained stuff too much for my liking. I thought Obsession was very, very good though. I thought it was a lot of good like horror to do with bodily autonomy, which is a fun concept to play with in horror, I think. It's one of those sort of things that I like. I do love a corrupted wish, so it just had a lot of kind of the stuff that I liked in it, and then it was a very well-made film. It does not look like it was made on the budget it was made on. Um, so yeah, nothing but good things to say about Obsession, really. But I mean, that's just the same as everybody else who's seen it. I haven't really heard too many opinions that were negative about it. Everybody seems to be like, how how the fuck did this get made for so little money, and why is it so good? And it's like the people who made it worked really hard and cared about it, and that's pretty damn cool. I did also go and watch Milk and Cereal, which is the director of Obsession's um earlier film, which is just free on YouTube, and that one's pretty good as well. So I'm optimistic this leads to a film career, and I get to see more of his work because I'd really, really like to. I think that he makes interesting stuff that's good. And that's really what I want out of a director these days. It's an admittedly low bar, but make interesting stuff that's good, and I'll be there to see it. You haven't seen either of them because you're a chicken, but you've seen videos on them. That's fair enough. I know horror isn't really a genre that everybody enjoys, but I quite like it. It's definitely my favorite. So I'm always seeing whatever weird new horror film is in theaters. I saw Hokum earlier this year, and it was fine. I didn't really like it that much, but the trailer for it was weird, so that's what made me go see it. I've heard that the trailer for Werewolf is out, but I'm trying not to watch that trailer because I just want to go into it as blind as possible. Whenever there's a new Robert Eggers film, I'm just like, yep, whatever you got cooked up, I'll just go into this with no knowledge, and I'll have a good time. And I always do. There's usually something there for me. They're films made with a lot of care, if nothing else, and that's important. I've also been watching the new season of House of the Dragon. I really liked it. Last week's episode had some really, really good shots towards the end of it. Of course, as always, an incredible performance by Emma Darcy, whomst I adore. They're so talented. Um, and I am excited to see what next episode will bring. It's there's always something going down. I know a lot of people didn't really like season 2. They thought it was too like slow paced, and that's fine. I'm not here to convince anybody that it wasn't, but I don't mind like I guess like more of a character development focused season as opposed to just like action all the time. It doesn't always have to have like a big battle or a sword fight or anything like that. I'm here for the slow political stuff just as much. This is looking better after a second coat, so that's making me happy. Yeah, surprise Sunday morning stream. Hello, I'm here. I kept talking about wanting to stream this weekend, and I wanted to do it Friday, but I wasn't feeling it. My brain was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. And then I wanted to do it yesterday as well, but I was just hanging out with a friend and having a really fantastic time. So I just kept doing that. But I don't have anything to do this morning. I've done all my Neopets activities because I'm back on that website. So I'm just gonna be painting this caterpillar. Frankly, to be honest with you, I've been doing a lot of quilting. I've really started to just enjoy and relax with sewing more and more. And usually, I was using miniature painting as like sort of my relaxing hobby. But recently it's been sewing, and that's cool. I don't mind. I still love miniature painting. I have a great miniature painting setup, and I have great minis to paint. Um, but I don't mind sort of swapping hobbies in and out as one catches more of my interest than another. I'm planning to travel later on in the year, and I want to bring quilts to my friends when I go and see them. So I'm trying to finish up 3 quilts. I've already finished one, and I'm very, very pleased with it. And then I have 2 more that are decently far along that I should be able to get finished. But I do kind of have to lock in for those, so that's taken up a lot of my hobby time, my hobby hours. And I've been having fun with it. It's nice to have something that like has a use after I've put hours and hours and hours of work into something. Not that miniatures don't have a use, but I mean, you guys definitely understand how those are 2 different things. Early mornings with Fiverr, yeah, come on in. Get cozy. It's your Saturday morning cartoons, except it's Sunday morning hobby. But you can still have sugary cereal if you want. I won't tell your parents. Get your coffee, your donut, your breakfast pastry, yogurt. Sometimes I have yogurt for breakfast. Tea, toast, eggs, bacon, whatever you're rocking for breakfast this morning. Cozy up. Get a hobby project if you want one, and we'll just hang out for a couple hours. This is there a setup for sugar candy quilting? I feel like people would be super not interested in watching me quilt. It's it's not very interesting to see. Um I could do a quilting stream if people really wanted me to. Where we could sew some blocks together. But I don't know that you guys would find it that interesting. But if that's something you want, I mean, I'd be down to try it out. It would be kind of funny to see if I left all the like color choices and fabric choices and patterns and stuff up to stream, if you would create something beautiful or if you'd make a monstrosity. But I do have to finish the other 2 quilts that I need before taking on any other big quilting projects. So it wouldn't be until like the winter or fall sort of months if we were to make a quilt together. Sunday morning cartoons, but the religion is overpriced pain. Ain't that the truth? Ooh, oatmeal with blueberries for you? That sounds really good. I periodically forget that oatmeal is a breakfast option, and then I rediscover it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this shit hits. I had cereal for breakfast. I didn't have anything interesting. Sorry to disappoint. We will probably paint sprinkles onto the cupcakes when I have a moment to do so. I will put yellow sprinkles on the white ones and probably chocolate sprinkles on the yellow ones. I don't remember. Actually, I took a photo. I took a photo of the party that we had when Snack 28 launched, and that had the colors of sprinkles that we'll use. So I'll check my photo reference. But I definitely think we need another coat of brown before we get ahead of ourselves. And it's gonna be Mornfang brown. This meal is oats. You got that ready Breck over here in Wales. Every other flavor a coward's meal? Man. Oh no. What if we had flavor in this food? Wouldn't that be such a crime? That's silly. That's nonsense. You should have flavored food if you want to. What is Ready Breck, by the way? I don't know what that is. I don't know if I've ever heard of that before. I'm picturing something like Weetabix, but I don't know if that's the same thing. No, it is not a segue for a sponsorship. Um, Although if you want to support me by buying a product, you can always buy Snack 28, which is a pretty cool game. I need to do a cover for it, but my friend Mab and I have made some Snack 28 coloring pages. And are gonna make a little Snack 28 downloadable coloring book. I don't know who exactly the audience for that would be, if any at all. But I always loved, again, we're taking it back to Neopets, as all roads on this channel seem to inevitably lead to. But I loved having Neopets coloring pages on the website as a kid. So because all of the art for Snack 28 is like primarily black and white anyway, um I was like, yeah, why not just make a coloring book? So that's a thing. It's really not because I want to make a ton of money or anything like that. It's more just because I love all these drawings, and I think it would be fun to have people color them in if they want to. So that'll be going up as soon as I make a cover for it. That's the only thing I have left to do. And I'll get that done eventually. Oh, it's porridge slash oatmeal. Okay, fair enough. Well, I hope that you're not forced to eat a coward's meal every day by proxy. I hope that you get the fun flavors and at least can enjoy some of those in your life. I would like to live deliciously, clearly. And I'm not one of those people who buys like the insane flavors of like new Pringles and stuff like that all the time, but I do like a flavored snack, a flavored beverage. Although I do drink a lot of water. Water's good. Ooh, yes. Ramshackle Minis website. It's good. There's cool shit there. I'm hoping to be able to visit Ramshackle Games when I go traveling. And maybe we'll cast up something special. There are more minis I want to make for Snack 28, so hopefully I'll get the chance to do so. But yeah, Curtis is great, and you should, if you like something on the Ramshackle Games website, you should definitely pick it up. Um, every mini that I've gotten from Ramshackle Games has been great quality and fun to paint. And there's a ton of creators that you can support just by buying the minis there. And you also support Curtis, who is genuinely one of the sweetest and most generous dudes in the hobby. So, can't recommend it enough. Not that you came here on your Sunday morning to hear me uh advertise product, but I mean, genuinely, everybody everybody loves Ramshackle games. It's good shit. It's made by one guy, and he's nice, so that feels it's less scummy than telling you to buy Magic Spoon cereal or whatever the crap people were telling me to hawk earlier. Oh yeah, Snack 28, the coloring book, the lunchbox, the flamethrower, 100%. Flamethrower sponsorship, hit me up. Having a lunchbox would be cool, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Unless I stumble across some sort of abandoned lunchbox factory, and then I'll just make Snack 28 like stickers at a big scale and stick them onto the front, and then boom, lunchbox. But I'd have to find an abandoned lunchbox factory first, and that seems pretty difficult. And would also have to be stocked with product that wasn't like rotting, which also seems pretty difficult. Designing the sticker would be fun though. I like designing stickers. Hey, little frog, welcome! Snack 28 merchandise for everything. No, not everything. Just some things. Things that make sense. I won't take over the world and drown it in microplastics, I promise. Just a few plastics here and there. Tiny ones. Snack 28 branded spaghetti. You know it. Absolutely. That's the next big move. The pasta industry. I've gotta meet with the Kraft macaroni and cheese people to make you know how you can get like SpongeBob shaped macaroni? That's the play. Get get some Snack 28 shaped macaroni. It's the logical next step. Okay. This is all looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. Of course, I'm gonna highlight the shit out of it and probably ruin it in one way or another, but that's not important yet. I haven't seen anyone paint up this mini, so I can still be the first, despite it coming out quite some time ago. Many people bought the STLs. A lot of people also supported the charity initiative that Jamie Daggers put together, where you could get a bunch of STLs. And I sent the Snack 28 miniatures over to that. I know they're already like free and pay what you want, but it helps to just, you know, throw in stuff that people can see and be like, "Ooh, I want that one. I'll give a trans supportive charity $1." And that went well. We raised over $3,000, which is double what Jamie Daggers raised last year. So that's freaking sick. I was very happy to see the miniature painting community show up for that. Oh yeah. Lawnmowers, beer koozies, and diet supplements. That's all stuff. That's all stuff that, you know, people would want or need. Jeez. who really uses those koozies on cups? I gotta know. I got like a free one for Trench Crusade, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I don't need it. I'm not out here using koozies on my drinks. I'm just gonna base coat the base. I think it'll be mint chocolate chip ice cream, and it'll look really cute. I have more Snack 28 projects in mind. I'm gonna be making a revamped display board. I loved my old display board, but the resin that I put in the river part never fully cured. So it's just sort of a toxic resin waste dump. That I don't think is ever gonna fully cure because it wasn't mixed properly because I'm not good at stuff. So making a new one. Same size, gonna be similar vibes, but no river this time. I think it'll still look fine. It'll still be good. But I want to get that done in time for Fractured Realms Fest in September, which I will theoretically be vending at. I just have to make sure that I get stock and can mentally and financially do so, but I have signed up for it, so and my application was approved, so hopefully I'll be there in good spirits, hawking some Snack 28 stuff to the cool people of Fractured Realms Fest. It's gonna be their first convention, so hopefully they do a good job organizing it. But I went to the Mordheim tournament that club organized, and it was super fun and super good. So I'm optimistic that they will be able to put on this event. It seems like they've done it all in like a moderate, thought out way where they're not promising crazy shit. They've chosen a small venue that they can afford, and they're not charging like vendors and stuff crazy fees or anything like that. So it seems like a safe option to just take a look at and see how things go. Test the waters, you know? But I'll post more information on that as it develops, and I'll have to make a little booth setup and things like that. So I'm hoping it goes well. Hi, Evil Ano. How are you? I'm streaming at a reasonable time where I don't have to tell you to go to bed. So there's that. You're allowed to be awake for this one. I won't chase you off. Yeah, Roz would have mentioned Fractured Realms Fest. I think everybody's pretty excited, and I hope that it goes well. I don't remember I don't think like the official event slate has been announced or anything like that. I think it's still in the like sign up and admin part of it, but I'm sure there will be a poster out before too long advertising all of the cool shit that's gonna happen there. So if you're in the area and you feel like checking it out, it might be a good one. I don't know. Again, this is their first Fractured Realms Fest, so I have no idea how it's gonna go, but I think it'll go well. I'm optimistic. Will I also sell candy? Probably I will not just sell straight up candy, but I might have some for free. Just as, hey, thank you for being at my table and looking at the stuff that I have. Have some delicious candy. I do need to decide what I am bringing with me in terms of miniatures to sell. 'Cause I don't think it's financially viable for me to invest in an order of literally every mini. So I have to decide what my best sellers are and what people would most like to purchase. So that's going to be difficult for me. I know that the bat and the worm was very popular, so I'm going to have bat and worm. That seems to be the one that people really really liked. So I would be a fool not to have bat and worm. And then I think all sorts has to be there as well. I think people really like the cupcake too, so maybe him. And then I'm working with my sculptor to get a new mini made. To hopefully be ready in time. So that'll hopefully get done and we'll see. Ooh, a starter pack is a good idea. Yeah. Three minis, a monster, and the rules. That's not a bad idea. Just mixing up a highlight color here. Yeah, I'll have some rule books. I'll make sure that those all arrive. I don't know if people might want like any kind of art prints or stickers, but I thought I might make a sticker sheet, um, and see if that sells. I've made sticker sheets in the past before and they have not done well. So I'm a little hesitant to do so, but you know, I gotta try. I gotta invest in myself somewhere, so this might be the place. And then, you know, leftover stock is just gonna kind of be held on to until next Adepticon. So if I have anything left over, I'll have another venue to try and move it at. But we'll see. The nice part about making a project that you're passionate about is you kind of just make stuff and hope for the best. Because frankly, you like the stuff that you make, so if other people don't, you know, you'll just cope. But people do like the stuff that I make so far. It's just a little bit hard to gauge how much, like, inventory to invest in, because I don't know how many people are gonna go to Fractured Realms Fest. But I know some of my friends are gonna be there, and that's exciting. I want to see all my pals. Like Spark, I think you're gonna be there. I heard that little Stevie's gonna be there. I don't know if Shrimp Goddess is gonna be there, but it would be cool if she showed up. I'm trying to use everybody's usernames and not their human names, because that's just polite. Snack 28 Combat Patrol, the Crumble Platter. I think I would probably come up with a catchier name than that. Crumble Platter doesn't really do it for me, but I could market something. Um see what I can cook up. But maybe like a sticker sheet and an art print. Some people might buy those. I don't know. Most people are probably there for miniatures, I'm not gonna lie. But like I like making art, so I could at least try. I've been making a lot of drawings of this insane clown frog recently. That's brought me a lot of joy. I can post a photo of him if you guys want to see. But that's what I've been doodling. That and other Snack 28 stuff. Um, but just little guys. I'm always drawing little guys. Sometimes I think about making a zine where it's just little guy drawings. Like just tons and tons of sketches of little guys. I don't know who the target audience for that is except me though. But if I saw a zine full of little guys that was labeled like little guys, I'd buy it. Human names are scary. Say them 3 times and they appear. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wrongfully invoke that power. I would never. I hate base coding a million times, but I also recognize that it does look better almost every time. So begrudgingly, I have to admit that it's worth it. I'm just not one of those people who's willing to do a million layers of something. I get bored. I like finishing projects. And there's no space for me to do needless freehand on this one, so unfortunately, that's not gonna happen this time around. Not like when we painted the worm and I got to make a giant banner. That's another thing. Okay, let me throw this out there, kids, people in the chat listening. If I'm at the Fractured Realms Fest and I've got a little setup where I'm just selling like banners painted while you wait, essentially, do you think people would like that? Being able to buy like a really tiny custom banner. I could have like a few that were already painted up, but then people could be like, "Oh, I want an orc banner. Oh, I want a space marine." And then I just paint them right there. Is that something cool or is that something lame? Okay, yeah, no worries. If you're only there Sunday, I'm gonna try and be there all the days. So I'll still see you. I just noticed that this part in here wasn't painted, so I'm gonna take care of that. Presumably with a vendor's table, I would have enough room to do something like custom painted banners, as opposed to something like the midnight market at Adepticon, which is a lot of chaos, so would not be viable to do so. Love that midnight market. It's a great time. It is very chaotic. Yeah, the goob sculpted faces were really great. I got one of those. I really It's really funny to me because, like, online, Goobin Gits has such a funny, like, get out of my face type personality. Like, here, idiots buy this stuff. But then in real life is just, like, the sweetest, most, like, relaxed person. To the point where I was like, I didn't, it took me a while to connect, like, the face with the name. Because I was just expecting a completely different personality out of him. Um, but no, the face sculpts are fantastic. I love mine. I have to get more next year. I'm gonna hopefully track them down and be like, here, sculpt on an all sorts mini, because I think that'd be really funny. I've also been playing the new chapter of Deltarune, and I'm stuck on the boss, which sucks. Uh, Hopefully I finish that, you know, eventually. But I'm not great at video games, and I keep playing video games that have at least one difficult part in them. And I always get stuck, and then I'm like, why do I do this to myself? It's like, oh, because you like the whole rest of the game. That's what we're waiting for. Right, I want to get this made up again so I can highlight the face. Oh, I don't fuck with the secret bosses. No, thank you. I'm not interested in that shit. If I can just complete the base game, that's good enough for me. I'm not out here 100%ing shit. I don't care about that. I just need to fucking complete game. That's good enough for me. I got really quiet because I was focusing on painting, which frequently happens. I need a co-host. I need a co-host that's just here to yap all the time. The first flower got you stuck for a while? Yeah, that's fair. Currently the what I presume is the last boss has me like freaking losing it, dude. I can't. I'm just look at me. I'm enraged. I can't do it. I keep dying. I keep fucking sucking at it. I'll get over it eventually. I'll get good. But, like, yeah, look at me. I'm upset. I'm raging. I would like to rage. Roz would make a great yapping co host. That's true. Roz is very good at yap. Roz is a talented yapper, and we appreciate that as a skill. Roz would also start mentioning probably approximately 2,000 games that I had never heard of before, and I would struggle to keep up. Because Roz somehow knows every miniatures game that's ever been invented immediately the moment after it comes out. And I don't know how they keep up with everything. But she's really talented when it comes to that, so it's crazy. Yeah. Maybe I'll see if Roz ever wants to be on the stream. Or I should reach out to Millennial Model Mayhem sometime soon. See if they're interested in having another co-stream at some point in time. Whenever the next chapter of JoJo's comes out, we should have a stream and talk about that. 'Cause that's pretty fun. I'm kind of in between all my animes. Like, I watched all the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Got caught up with that. I am showing my friend Berserk. A new friend I'm showing Berserk for the first time, which is always a treat. Berserk 1997 is they've never seen it, and they've only heard of it in me talking about and making Berserk references all the time, so that's special. I did also watch a series called Happy Valley, which is way outside of my usual genre preference, because it's about a policewoman in Halifax in England, but it was written by Sally Wainwright, who also wrote Gentleman Jack, which is a show that I've watched a couple of times and really enjoy. And this is no less better written. Like, it's Sally Wainwright just writes characters, specifically female characters, in a way that is complex and layered and interesting, and I had a really good time with it. And it was fun to watch something that I absolutely never would have watched if someone hadn't been like, this is really good and you should give it a try. Because I tend not to watch any kind of police procedurals or anything like that. Steel Ball Miniatures. I mean, I imagine that company name hasn't been taken yet, Dueling. So that one's probably good. You can take that one. Go file a copyright or trademark, and that one's all yours. Trying to think of if I have anything new on the cute characters front to report. I do, actually. I posted about this in my Discord server. But the official Sanrio character ranking polls got posted like a couple of weeks ago. Pom Pom Purin won again this year, so no Cinnamoroll Sweep, which we love to see. And my personal favorite Sanrio character, Marin Cream, is now up 3 spots in popularity. Went from 24th to 21st. We love to see that for her. I need her to continue becoming more and more popular so I can get more and more merchandise. That's the real reason. I need my little Blorbo on everything. I think that's all I have on the cute character reporting front. Except that Sanrio is doing, of all things, a collab with Subway, the restaurant, the sandwich shop in Japan. And I just think that's funny. I thought it was funny when they did a collab with Pringles. I think it's funny when they do a collab with Subway. There's just sometimes little brand team ups that you're like, why the fuck did this happen? It is hilarious that this exists. I do have some Sanrio and Pringles collab stickers with Cinnamoroll wearing the little Pringles Pringles guy mustache. And I'm like, I don't know why I own these, but it's simply funny that they exist. And that's enough reason. Truly someday I need to just have a showcase online of all the stickers that I have. We should do a scrapbook page together. And you guys can see my massive stationery collection that is frankly concerning to own. But I like writing letters and making cute little pages in my scrapbook. I just have to be careful because I don't need photos of like my friends and my own face all over the internet. So we could do pages with like photos of just like here's my time at Adepticon, and it's just my giant all sorts hanging out with like the artillery witch and stuff. We could do a page like that. This channel is Sugar Candy Miniatures, but I mean these Sundays are Hangout and Hobby, so that's nebulous. You could be doing whatever hobby you wanted to. I could be doing whatever hobby I wanted to. No one's gonna tell me what to do on my own damn channel, that's for sure. I'm not in a position where I'm financially relying on this channel, so it doesn't matter. If one day I just queue up neopets.com and like, okay, kids, that's what we're doing today. We're playing Neopets. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna stop me? You can't. You can just turn off the stream. But like, that's it. That's the only option available to you. You're not a captive audience, but I'm glad that you're here. That you're choosing to spend your Sunday with whatever the crap this is. Yeah, he's cute. I like this little guy. He is a killer though. Make no mistake. This guy will get you. I'm gonna just start highlighting. I know my base coat isn't perfect, but it never is, frankly, on my miniatures. Yeah, Fiverr does whatever the hell they want to, does not sound as good as Sugar Candy Miniatures. You're absolutely right. I don't know. That's a little bit harder to market. Sugar Candy Miniatures has a nice ring to it. Oh, you know, I also saw Project Hail Mary since last we spoke, and man, that was a good one. Another recommendation from a friend that I didn't know how it was going to turn out. And it turned out to be a pretty incredible film. That's definitely one that like I want to pick up on DVD and add to my collection. I think that has a spot on my shelf of movies for sure. Charming, unexpected, heartfelt, and full of practical effects. You gotta love it. Oh, hell yeah. I hope Sarah does join us. It was nice to meet her 2 Adepticons ago. I hope that anyone who wants to go to Adepticon was able to get a hotel. Um, I certainly secured my reservation. And I'm splitting the room with a good friend, and I'm very, very excited about it. Because I get to meet him in person for the first time. And one of the loveliest things about Adepticon is getting to meet people that you've been online friends with. So, I'm very excited. And I don't think Snack 28 will have its own booth or anything. But last year I did reach out to a couple people that I plan to follow up with as Adepticon grows closer, to see if they want to sell Snack 28 at their booths or if I can. Several of them had already said, yeah, that'll probably be okay. So hopefully, rather than trying to chase me down on a convention floor, interested parties will be able to casually pick Snack 28 up from a booth without any hassle this year. But we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure. It sold very well out of my backpack last year, so if nothing else, I have that to fall back on. And it was nice to have, frankly, most of my convention expenses paid for by the sale of my little book. And I'm getting adjusted to the new convention center that it's at. I'm not as resentful as I was that it's moved location. I've adjusted as I figured I would, but change is hard. Oh, I'm so happy. He's looking so cute. Still creepy. Has not lost the creep factor at all. But he's certainly a cutie. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I keep seeing on the internet people posting that stores are putting out Halloween decorations already. I don't know if I've ever seen Halloween decorations out in like July, June, July before. That seems incredibly early to me. We gotta come up with a term for this, like seasonal creep or something like that. Where it's like, yeah, Christmas decorations, you buy those in September. Halloween decorations, you buy those in June. Like, what the fuck, man? Is Spirit Halloween gonna start taking over facilities in March? All year round Spirit Halloween does sound pretty sick. I'm not that like that would be funny, but it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. I won't have the chance to this year cuz I'm hoping to travel in October, but I do love going to theme parks when they're all done up for Halloween as well. I haven't been in a couple of years. Uh but I should see about going. See if any friends wanna do that next year. 'Cause it's usually a pretty good time. The Halloween spirit is taken over. Yeah, Hivescum was one of the booths that I spoke to about stocking Snack 28. Um, so that's quite possible. Uh, Talked with, I want to say Steve. I'm so sure that it's Steve. It's hard to keep track of everybody. You simply just meet 3,000,001 people at Adepticon, but I'm pretty sure it was Steve who said yeah to that. So be following up with Steve and seeing if that's still something that they would like to do. And I think it will be. A zine isn't too hard to stock, so I think they'll at least be able to sell the rules. I don't know if they'll be interested in selling any of the miniatures. Did I get a chance to try your chocolate chip mint ice cream bases? No, not yet. Um, I haven't I haven't really hobbied since I streamed for Snack 28 releasing. Um, I've just been busy doing other things, but I do definitely want to try those out because the slate as the chocolate chips was really cool. So I'm hoping I have um like a miniature that I'd want to use with that basing soon. It's definitely something I've got tucked away in my mind for use in the future. Just haven't had the right time or the right miniature. But I've definitely filed it away and I'll use it when I need to. Because it looked really good. Okay, I definitely gotta remember what color sprinkles these things had. Ugh. You should be happy. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my previous stream uh so that I can watch what I did last time and see what colors I need to paint the sprinkles on these. So, let's see. I'll just mute that. Go through my little presentations. Oh, he is beautiful. I forgot how silly the caterpillar looked. That was so fun. That was such a fun stream. I had such a great time with you guys. Oh, it looks like they had no sprinkles on them. The way that I can see it. I'm just double checking here. Because I served you guys up a cupcake too. I think you wanted a chocolate one. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, the white one has yellow sprinkles. White frosting, yellow sprinkles. And then let me see what the chocolate one had. We're observing. We're studying. I had to put the camera down to pick this up. I'm sure this is very engaging, watching me watch back this. Should have done this in 2.5 speed, but that's fine. It's all good. I can just choose. If it's not 100% accurate, who cares? I think we can just do yellow sprinkles on both. We'll do chocolate sprinkles on the yellow parts, and we'll do yellow sprinkles on the white parts, and that'll be fine. I think it'll be cute. I have to get some freehand in, or else did I really paint? Did I really do it if I didn't cover this in freehand? No, obviously not. So I'm definitely not going to end up finishing this on this stream, because we've been going for a little while. I will have other things that I need to do with my Sunday. But we can start. Can certainly start filling in all the details. Get this guy closer to where he needs to be. I should probably paint in these little chocolate chips too. We'll do that while I'm here. I'm trying to think as well if I'm anticipating any new video games coming out. I think at this point everything's moving on to a console that I don't own. They're all next gen. My old PS4 is too outdated to get any of the latest games on it. But I mean, the new chapter of Deltarune plays on it, so there is that. Hopefully all of the rest will until the game's finished. I've liked it. The jokes are pretty snappy. It makes me want to do pixel art, and then I tried doing pixel art and I'm like, "Oh, this is so different from any other type of art out there. It's a whole different skill set." Um it's fun though. It's fun trying to pixelate a character that you're used to drawing just regular style and seeing what stays the same and what changes. Every time I try and do pixel art, it's just kind of a fun exercise in what features of this character are necessary to make them look like the right character, and then what can be omitted or altered. And I think I learned something new about character design every time. Trying different mediums and styles is a lot of fun, and I should experiment with it more than I do. Because most of my art lives and dies as just pencil sketches and never gets any further than that. But making finished art pieces is cool, and I should make more of an effort to actually color stuff and shade it, because it looks nice. It looks nice when I take it all the way through. And I could stand to do that more often. I also think that block printing is cool. I haven't really done any of that, but I keep thinking about giving that a try. And that is all mostly black and white. Obviously, you can buy different colored inks, but like by and large, it is just a one or the other sort of medium. That screen printing. There's so many different types of art out there. Pixel art is tough. Yeah, it really is. There's no easy way to do it. It's difficult and but it's good. Um I find it like rewarding and cool and a lot of fun. Persona 6 and Castlevania Belmont's Curse are what you've been playing, Dwayne. Those both sound cool. I've never played a Castlevania game, but of course I've watched the Castlevania show and quite liked that. Thought that was fantastic. The games just seem like they involve some degree of platforming, which I would say I'm very bad at. That's not a style of game that I have had much experience with, and I'm usually pretty bad at jumping in video games, which I feel like for platformers is a skill that you need. It's why, despite how much a game like Blasphemous has appeal for me, I haven't bought or played that one because I know that it will just frustrate me. I won't be able to do the platforming aspect of it well. I really wanted to like Hollow Knight because everybody's like, this is a fantastic game, and the bug guy is cute. And to their credit, it does seem to be a fantastic game, and the bug guy is cute, but I can't do it very well. The platforming is too much for me. I don't have the years of trained reaction time. I haven't gotten good at that one. I was I've played the Little Nightmares franchise because one of my friends wanted me to stream it for them, so I did. Um but yeah, I failed jumps in that game all the time, and it's not a difficult game at all. It's a pretty easy one. But I do pretty routinely fail jumps because I just don't have the coordination and reaction time that I would like to for things like that. And it's bad in games I do like Bloodborne too, where it's not even a jump. You have to do like these controlled falls down specific ledges sometimes, and those parts always trip me up. Everything in those games is a little bit difficult though, so I don't feel too bad about it. He's looking good. I'm happy with him. I do also think I've got this one sitting on my desk and has been for a while. But I should really get the rider painted up so that I can call that one complete. And that shouldn't be too hard to do. But I'd like to get that one off my table cuz I think it looks good. It's ready to go. It's ready to sit and be displayed next to the worm and look fun. Ugh. I like making little guys so much. It's such a delight. I have some green stuff sitting nearby, and I have notions of trying to trying out sculpting sometime, just to see if I can make something that I like. Um, 'Cause since I do plan on visiting Ramshackle Games, I'll have the opportunity to cast a miniature. Uh, and I mean, ideally, it'd be uh something nice that I would want to share with people. Um, my sculptor is actively working on new sculpts for Snack 28 because I'll never stop making a drawing and then being like, "Oh, can you make this a miniature?" As long as I have the inspiration to do so and I keep making designs that I like and having um funding from people who buy the miniatures or pick up the game, I want to just keep making infinite little guys. But I think it would also be really fun to try and sculpt one myself and see if I make anything that I like. I've not done much sculpting before, so I don't know how I'll get along with that, but it's worth a try. The worst it can be is a failure, which I don't end up casting. But if I don't make the attempt, I'll never know if I could have made something cool. I don't know if I'll sculpt on stream or anything like that, but if I end up liking it, maybe I'll do some sculpting and show you guys. That'll be hell to get to stay under the camera, cuz I'm always pulling these minis off the camera. It's very difficult for me to remember to keep them in view, and even worse, to keep them in focus. You guys have to tolerate a lot of that. I'm sorry about that. It's looking good. I think adding the sprinkles definitely gives it more personality, which is fun. I think they're a little abstract. They're just sort of turning into shapes a little bit. I don't quite know what's going on, but I like it, so I'm not gonna stop. They've just become a really fun, weird little pattern, and I'm here for it. If I hate it later, I'll just paint over it. But I don't think that I will. I'm really digging this. And I haven't painted any on the wrong color frosting yet either, which is a big win for me. Because I remember doing that wrong, painting like 2 in a row or something like that, so. It's good to know that I've amended that habit. Looking cute. He'll kill you on the battlefield, maybe. But he's looking cute. And that's important. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Happy with that. Now we just gotta add in the yellow sprinkles on the vanilla part. I need back into this jar for. Did you guys see that there's gonna be more Monster Friends Battle for New Florida miniatures? A game I will almost inevitably never play. But the miniatures? Oh yeah. Very excited about that. I haven't finished painting up any of the first wave of miniatures that I purchased. But I have them. I have them and I want to paint them. So maybe that'll be what I do next. Because I've got the turtle friend. I've got him close by. And I've got a few. I've got Turtle Friend, I've got Mr. Devil. Let's see which ones I got. Yeah. So he's already primed and ready. And then I've still got my big old box of stuff that I bought at Adepticon. That I optimistically was like, I'm gonna be able to finish all of this. Maybe not. I've got a rock. I've got Mr. Devil. I've got a penguin. And I've got a different rock. Those are the ones that I have. I love them all. There's so much good shit in here that I want to paint. How have I not gotten... Why am I sleeping on all of this? I gotta get to work. Oh, I can't remember, by the way, if I showed you guys this. But I've had a lead on printing for like shows and things like that. So if I needed a lot of prints for conventions, things like that. Can't remember if I showed you these, but they're all in fun colors. I feel like I didn't have them last time. Ugh. We've got with the quality of these and how well they've held up, which I quite like this nice pastel purple color. Like the fact that this little freak, the one that is almost impossible to cast, has held up and hasn't become damaged in all the time I've had him sitting in a plastic bag and having been shipped through the mail. I'm optimistic that I could actually sell this one, which is historically been the one that has caused the most problems for like casting and stuff like that, but they look really good. I'm really happy with them. This is Ernie, obviously. And then like the bigger ones still look very good. Nice quality. And then for some reason the all sorts were printed very large. They would need to be scaled down a bit, but I do like big all sorts. He's huge and cute. But yeah, I think that if I were like when I sell at conventions, I have a lead on very nice prints. So yeah. Happy about those. But yeah, I need to fucking paint my Monster Friends models. I need to paint so many of my models. Can't believe you guys aren't here every minute of every day harassing me to paint my models, because that's actually, that wouldn't be helpful at all. The reason I haven't painted my models is because I've been working on quilts. And I have a good reason for it, because I want to get those done in time for my travels. But I do also want to paint miniatures. And I suppose that is just the problem with having multiple hobbies, isn't it? The yellow sprinkles on the white don't read as well, which is a shame. I think there's just not enough contrast between the two colors. So while in real life that worked and was fine, in miniature painting world, this might be something that I need to adapt. So I may have to either use a different color or just do chocolate sprinkles on that one as well, or leave them plain. I could leave them plain, and I think they'd still look good. Because he looks pretty fun right now. I think I want to highlight, like, the cupcake wrappers and stuff. But I don't know. Would we feel good about leaving him plain? I don't think I'd have as big a problem with it as I first thought. Because it just sort of adds to his weird stripiness. I think I'm good with it. Do want to highlight that orange, though. Is the large all sorts figure 1/1, or what scale are they? I don't know. These were just test prints that the printer did for showing how he could print, but like this is the regular all sorts mini, and this is the big one. I think it's like 25% bigger than it should be. But I'm not totally sure on that. It's got a little support there. Support here. I do really like him though. I like this sort of butter yellow color. Yellow's my favorite color, so obviously I'm gonna like this one. Maybe I'll just end up sticking him on the Jelly Bean Junction sign that I have for terrain as like he's a giant figurine up there for advertising. I don't know. He's still cute. I don't hate him. Oh! You meant the really large one that I took to Adepticon. I have no idea how percentage scaled that one is. It's huge. That one I said I wanted toddler sized, so that's what I got. I love him, my giant all sorts. He's sitting in the other room. And he's fine. He recovered from his repairs. He's all good to go. And he'll be ready for my next hobby endeavor. Whatever that might be. And hopefully he will make it to Fractured Realms Fest as well, so that people can see him. And he can see people. Just gonna apply more of these incredibly chunky highlights, but that's okay. I think it'll still be cute. And that's the important part, really. The butter statue needs refrigeration to not melt. What height is all sorts in the lore? I mean, I don't have canonical heights for, I'd say, any of the miniatures. Um they're just all like, you know, whatever. I'd say that he's shorter than the Berserker. Uh that's about all I can give you. I never sat down and thought about how tall or how short any of these characters would be in terms of like a real height. Because then I'd have to figure out what scale the actual world was and whether or not I'm gonna be like, yeah, like relative to how tall they would be as a human, or relative to how tall they would be as like a food creature. That was not something that I considered. 5'10", all sorts, sure. If that's what's in your heart, why not? Why not? I see no reason why he couldn't be. Adding the little highlights on the face has absolutely just brought him to life. That's lovely. I think maybe that's a little bit too much highlight on the mouth, but I can knock that back. My red hasn't dried out. It is hot here. We are fighting heat waves, and I don't use a wet palette, so that doesn't help. Your heart is metric. Well, I can barely do regular numbers, so unfortunately best I can do is imperial. Ooh, okay, that got red all over the bottle. What do I have? I don't want to smear paint all over my nice mini. Now it looks like my hands are bloody, but I promise you this is red paint. I promise you. No miniatures were harmed in the making of this video. That's blending with something that I did not intend for it to. That's fine though. We'll deal with it. We'll cope. He's so cute. I'm happy. Oh, it's always a nice feeling when the highlights are turning out well. That's always good. It's concerning when they don't go to plan, but they look good. That is something I can be proud of and be happy about right there. Yeah. Hoping I can get these lines a little... Oh, I'm using a chunkier brush. That's probably why they aren't as thin as I would like them to be, because I picked up the wrong brush. Silly me. Yeah, believe it or not, officer, it's just red paint. Listen, we have footage of me painting on screen. I have reasonable alibi here. You guys are all witnesses. No blood on my hands, just paint. Yeah, there we go. That's the thinner highlight that I was looking for on these. And then let's see if I can just... Yeah. That'll look good. Highlight the little icing parts. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I definitely don't have the concentration within me to highlight this whole thing. So I think we'll set this one aside for now because I can feel that like the dexterity that I want to have in my fingers to paint this is not there. So we'll move on to painting this guy. We'll just get some base coats down on him. I think I'm gonna paint his uniform in first, and then we'll go from there, because I want it to be red to match the decorations on the horsey. It's just hard to highlight while streaming. I want to hold things a lot closer to my face, and that doesn't exactly make for the best viewer experience when, you know, you guys are kind of wanting to see what I'm doing. If I take the miniature away, that kind of ruins the experience, doesn't it? But we're getting there. We're making good progress, and I can finish that guy up in my free time the next time I sit down to paint, which will hopefully be soon. I want to do more painting than I've done. I really enjoy painting. I never mean for it to be so long between painting sessions. It just keeps happening, which is a real shame. But I'll make an effort. I'll try and sit down at least once a week to paint. Whether or not that happens, I don't know. But I'll put it on my calendar and maybe that will make a difference. I can at least go, oh, I should have painted today. This guy's such a little cutie. I'm really happy with how this design turned out. Plus, I need to get these guys finished up so I can paint other sculpts. Sculpts that aren't ones that I made. because there's so many great minis out there. I definitely think Monster Friends are what I want to paint when I'm finished this. Those will be my next priority. Oh, no! Miniature down. How bad's the damage? He got a little bit of red on his little booty. But I think other than that we're okay. I think it was minimal. Yeah, he'll survive. No permanent harm done. Officially not as bad as it could have been. Because he could have taken a dip in so many different colors. I'll probably paint for about 15 more minutes. That'll take us to 2 hours, which is usually about how long I stream for. So if you guys have any pressing questions or anything like that, now these next 15 minutes are going to be the time. And I'm happy to try and answer them. No math questions, please, though. As we've established multiple times, I cannot and will not do math. Red on the booty, it will survive, but needs to see a doctor. Yeah. No, actually, let's go with the darker brown for this base coat. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Poor Trent. I was featured. Snack 28 minis were in Trent's latest hobby vlog, which was great to see. The killer cupcake made an appearance, and that made me so happy. I was not expecting that. I'm glad it survived the studio move. I hope he gets to stay in that studio for a good long time. He really deserves a permanent space. Poor kid. I hated moving. I cannot imagine moving studios as many times as Trent has moved studios. It seems exhausting. I'm just painting the other side of the shield. Some people have painted this shield as a Pop-Tart, which really makes me happy. I love seeing what people have come up with. Everybody is really creative, and it's always fun to see. Okay, I'm trying to think of what flavors of roll cake night I've painted. I've done a yellow one, and I've done a pink one. So I think maybe brown would make sense. He could be mint. He could just be a big peppermint guy. That could be kind of cute. I kind of like that idea. like a red velvety peppermint guy. I think I'll do that. I'll mix like some brown into this red, and then the swirl will be white. Because then that way they'll kind of both tie together and be mint, but it won't just be mint chocolate chip on mint chocolate chip. It'll be two different things, which is nice. Oh yeah, if he has the option to stay up to 5 years, I hope that he's able to. Because that seems like it would be a good chunk of time before having to worry about moving again. So hopefully he was able to sign a 5-year lease. And they don't sell the building, or it doesn't change owners or anything like that. Because I think that's what happens a lot of the time. He looks very spooky right now. It's just a lot of red on one miniature. But I'll mix it up, I promise. He won't always be this spooky. It's just for a little bit. Maybe I'll do like some white chocolate armor for him. For that little like piece around his neck part. I don't remember what that's called. The castle-y looking thing. But I think I can do that. If there's anything left in this bottle, it'll be good for base coating. And if not, well, that's too bad. Oh, hell yeah. There's stuff left in this one. We can base coat. It's not too bad. But this way, if I block these colors in, I at least have kind of an idea of what I was going for. And that'll be helpful with making sure I see that vision through the next time I sit down to paint. And have totally forgotten what my plan was. But you know, there's a good chance that one of you will be here to remind me. And that's lovely. Getting his little shoes painted. The red on the face, the red velvet part is definitely not dry, but I do want to block this in just so I don't forget what I was going for. And we'll see how well that works. It'll look very Christmassy. Very, very minty. I think that's okay. I've usually been pretty good about avoiding anything that appears too like Christmas as opposed to just generic candy. So 1 or 2 in the mix isn't going to be that bad. I hope. Or at least it won't be bad to the point where it bothers me. And if it does bother me, I can just repaint it, because I have that power. Still have those core to paint too. I never did quite come up with a color scheme that I loved for them. Should work on those more at some point. So many minis. So many things I want to do. I don't know where all the time goes. I mean, I do know where all the time goes. It's my day job taking up all my time. But I wish it didn't. Give me universal basic income so I can just paint miniatures all day. That's what I'd do. And I'd have a great time doing it. Okay, that's definitely clogged. Very, very clogged. And I'm not just gonna put a ton of pressure on it and get it to spray everywhere, because that'll be bad. But if I can take out the little top part, can see if there's any... Oh yeah, there's tons of viable paint. Excellent. There we go. Innovation. I just need enough to paint the little strawberries on his shoulder pauldrons. Because I think it'll be cute if they're like a really pastel-y pink kind of color. And that'll take it, hopefully, a little further away from being Christmassy. Or too Christmassy. We'll see. It's gonna look pretty ugly for a little while, but we'll fix it. We'll get there, I promise. Not today. It won't get better today, but it will get better eventually. You just gotta have a little bit of faith and give it a little bit of time. Maybe I'll paint the candle pink too. That could change, but for now, it might look cute. Yeah, I do think that looks cute. Hey, how's it going, Loosely Collected? Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. What's on your hobby desk? What are you working on? Been painting up this little cake guy, and we were working on this caterpillar guy earlier. Um, they both come along fairly decent. I was just losing my ability to highlight, so it's hard when I can't hold the miniature this close to my face. So we switched over to just some base coating. But the stream's only gonna be going for a little while longer because I have some other stuff to do today. But I hadn't streamed in ages, so I definitely wanted to make an effort. And it's been fun to talk to everybody, see all of you, hear about what you're working on. And I hope that I get to see a couple of you at Fractured Realms Fest, because that'll be really nice. And obviously at Adepticon. I'll be there, don't you worry. Oh, awesome! Yeah! You should totally paint up the Snack 28 minis that you have printed. But also, I totally understand wanting to work through and finish the set that you've got started. I've never been a huge, like, He-Man fan. But I do think it's cool that he has a large pet tiger. I like that aspect. I never got into it as a kid. It wasn't like something that I watched. And then I think the She-Ra show was a little bit late for me. Like there wasn't a He-Man on TV at the right point in time for me. Oh, okay. My camera stopped. That's fun. It's figured itself out again. Good. Okay. We hate a technical issue, even if we run into them pretty often. I cannot figure out how to be a camera today, apparently. That's alright. I'd rather have it now towards the end of the stream than throughout the whole thing. And the little guy's just fallen off of his blue tack again. To carefully stick him back on there. Sorry, folks. Minor technical difficulties. Oh, that's cool that your daughter's into She-Ra and that you have like a huge collection that you've been able to keep. Sounds like it hit you at the right timing. Then again, I was never like a Power Rangers kid either, and that was on all the time. So I guess sometimes you don't get into the same stuff as other people. Did you see the movie that came out? They made a He-Man movie like super recently. Is that any good? I saw a trailer for it during another movie that I was going to see, and I went, they made a He-Man movie? I didn't know that. So I hope it was good. I hope you liked it. And if it was bad, I hope it was at least bad in a funny way. Oh, good! Sick. I'm glad you liked it. That's what you want. You want the fans of the original franchise to enjoy the stuff that you make. I think I really need to paint in this guy's eyes before I do too much else, because the red eyes are creeping me out. We need to fix that right here and now. There we go. That's much better already. I'll have to paint over that most likely, but at least he's not creeping me out now. And that's a huge step towards victory in my opinion. I don't want him to be spooky scary. Cute scary is fine, but not truly spooky. And he's fallen off again. Excellent. Fantastic. Oh dear. Today's just not your day, huh, little guy? That's okay. Oh dear. Didn't turn out as neat as I wanted to because you plummeted to the floor. Well, not the floor, the hobby table. But it'll maybe be something like that. I don't know if I like that. I have to think about that color now. But that's just as well. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. We did make good progress. I'm really happy with how the caterpillar's coming along. So that's good. You made it literally right as I'm wrapping up. I'm so sorry, Soda. But I know you were probably streaming too. We made some more progress on this caterpillar. And then I started base coating this guy. But I think I'm going to make a couple of changes. We'll see how he turns out in the end. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. Happy to have had you here. I hope that you have a great rest of your Sunday and that you all be kind to each other. See you later.